Good morning, students. I welcome you all once again to the social class. We are doing the topic the universe and the solar system. In the last class, we saw about the outer planets in detail. Let us do a quick recall. What are outer planets? Outer planets are far away from the sun. Outer planets are also called as Jovian planet. Even they are also called as gaseous giants because most of the planets are made up of gases. And all of the planets have rings around it. So from the last class, you would have come to know the difference between the inner planets and the outer planets. Now let's have a quick recall on each of the outer planet in detail. First we saw about Jupiter. Jupiter is the fifth planet from the Sun and the largest planet in the solar system. It is named after the king of Roman gods. Jupiter is the brightest object in the night sky next to Moon and Venus. And Jupiter is the fastest spinning planet in the solar system. It is a gas giant planet and its atmosphere is mostly made up of hydrogen and helium like the Sun. Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto are a few large satellites of Jupiter. There are many other large satellites. Next we saw about the Saturn. Saturn is the sixth planet from the Sun and the second largest planet next to Jupiter. It is named after the Roman god of agriculture. Saturn has many rings around it, and these rings are huge in size and are made up of ice, rocks and dust particles. Saturn has nearly 62 natural satellites around it, of which Titan is the Saturn's largest moon, is the only satellite in the solar system that has clouds and a dense atmosphere. Dense atmosphere, thickly covered or closely set atmosphere composed of nitrogen and methane. Then the specific gravity of Saturn is less than of water. So if you could put Saturn in a large enough ocean, it would float, because the specific gravity of Saturn is less than of water. The next planet that we saw was the Uranus. Uranus is the seventh planet from the Sun. It was the first planet to be discovered with a telescope by the astronomer William Herschel in the year 1781. Uranus appears to be green in color due to the presence of methane. It is named after the Greek god of sky. Uranus rotates from east to west like Venus. Uranus is tilted like a rolling ball because its axis is tilted so much that it appears to orbit the sun on its sides like a rolling ball. So even it is also called as the somersaulting planet. It has 27 natural satellites, of which Titania is the largest. The next planet that we saw was the Neptune. Neptune is the eighth and farthest planet from the Sun. It has the strong winds. Neptune is named after the Roman god of sea. Neptune has 14 natural satellites, of which Triton is the largest. Neptune is the coldest planet because of its distance from the Sun, because it is very far away from the Sun. So Neptune is the coldest planet in the solar system. The striking blue and white features of Neptune distinguishes itself from Uranus. See, the particles of ice, methane and minor gases in the atmosphere gives Neptune its deep blue color, so which helps it to distinguish itself from Uranus. Today we are going to see the other celestial bodies in the solar system. What are celestial bodies? Celestial bodies exist in the observable universe. It consists of billions of galaxies, stars, planets, comets, asteroids, meteoroids and natural satellites. These are collectively called as celestial bodies, which are located far away from each other. Children, do you remember in the beginning of the lesson, we saw about the hierarchy of the universe. What is hierarchy? That is from the highest to the lowest level, or from the largest to the smallest. So in the first place, in the highest level, we have the universe, then is the galaxy, then we saw about the solar system. In the fourth place, we saw about the planets. And the last one which is remaining was the satellite. So with that, we will complete the hierarchy of the universe. So today we will see about the satellite, the moon, which is the Earth's satellite, and even we will see about the other celestial bodies like the dwarf planets, asteroids, comets and meteoroids in detail. So first we are going to see about the dwarf planet. What are dwarf planets? The dwarf planets are small celestial bodies. They are small, but they lack certain technical criteria that are required to be called as a planet. So the dwarf planets are small and they lack certain technical criteria that are required to be called as a planet. See, the dwarf planets are extremely cold and dark. They are extremely cold and dark. This dwarf planet is found beyond the planet Neptune. Where it is found? It is found beyond the planet Neptune. See, it is spherical in shape and they can share their orbit with other dwarf planets. Dwarf planets are spherical in shape and they can share their orbit with other dwarf planets. Spherical sphere, almost round in shape. See, there are 5 dwarf planets. How many dwarf planets are there? There are 5 dwarf planets are there in the solar system, like Pluto, Ceres, Eris, Makemake and Haumea. Do you have any idea what are dwarf planets made up of? See children, it depends on how far away from the sun they are located. See, Ceres is a rocky, icy objects that are farther away like Pluto. They are also very far away like Pluto. Pluto are also a mix of rock and ice, but they lack liquid water. The next one we are going to see is the asteroids. What are asteroids? Asteroids are small solid objects that move around the sun. Children, always keep it in mind, the sun is at the center and all the planets revolve around the sun. See, this asteroid, they are small solid objects that move around the sun. So like the other planets, these asteroids also move around the sun. They are found as a belt between Mars and Jupiter. That is, we saw in the previous topic that it is found, an asteroid belt is found between Mars and Jupiter. It is found as a belt between the planet Mars and Jupiter. Even asteroids also too small to be called as planets. So the asteroids are also very small to be called as planets. They are also known as planetoids or minor planets. So what is the other name for asteroids? Planetoids or minor planets. Do you have any idea how are asteroids formed? See, it is believed that asteroids are leftovers from the formation of our solar system about 4.6 billion years ago. Early on, the birth of Jupiter prevented any planetary bodies from forming in the gap between Mars and Jupiter. See how very interesting it is, right? The planet Jupiter, from the very beginning of the birth of Jupiter, it prevented any planetary bodies from forming in the gap between Mars and Jupiter. So that is why it was formed as a belt between the planet Mars and Jupiter. So it caused the small objects that were there to collide with each other and fragment it into the asteroids that we see today. The next celestial object or the celestial body that we are going to see is the comet. Comets is a celestial object made up of head and tail. The head of a tail consists of solid particles held together by ice, and the tail is made up of gases. The comet is a celestial object which is made up of head and tail. The head of a comet consists of solid particles held together by ice, and the tail is made up of gases. Halley's comet is the most famous comet which comes to the earth every 76 years. Very interesting, right? Halley's comet is the most famous comet which comes close to the earth every 76 years. It last appeared in 1986 and will next appear in 2061. See children, Halley's comet is the only known short period comet that is regularly visible to the naked eye from Earth. Naked eye, without using any equipment like microscope or telescope, we can see the Halley's comet. So very interesting, right? It comes close to the Earth every 76 years. The next one that we are going to see is the meteors or meteorites. See, this meteors is a stone-like or metallic body. When they enter into the Earth's atmosphere, most of them burn. Okay. So, meteors or meteorites is a stone-like or metallic body. So, most of them burn when they enter into the Earth's atmosphere, as they often appear as streaks of light in the sky. So how do they appear in the sky? They appear as a streaks of light in the sky. So they are also known as shooting stars. See, the meteors which strike the Earth's surface are called meteoroids. The meteors which strike the Earth's surface are called meteoroids. See, what are these meteors? I already told you it's a stone-like or metallic object. Even it is also known as a shooting stars or pieces of dust and debris from space that burn up into Earth's atmosphere, where they can create bright streaks across the night sky. Do you have any idea how are the meteoroids formed? Many meteoroids are formed from collision of asteroids which orbit the Sun between the paths of Mars and Jupiter in a region called asteroid belt. The last celestial object that we are going to see is the Moon, which is the Earth's satellite. Do you have any idea how that Moon formed? The most widely accepted today is the giant impact theory. What does it proposes? It proposes that the Moon formed during a collision between the Earth and another small planet about the size of the Mars. The debris from this impact collected in an orbit around Earth to form the Moon. See, satellites are celestial objects which revolve around the planets. The satellites are celestial objects which revolve around the planets. The Moon is the Earth's only satellite. The Moon is the Earth's only satellite. It revolves around the Earth once in every 27 days and 8 hours. It revolves around the Earth once in every 27 days and 8 hours. and it takes about the same time to complete one rotation on its axis. It has no atmosphere. The surface of the moon is characterized by craters, which is created by the impact of meteors. What is craters? It is a large bowl-shaped cavity on a celestial object, typically caused by an explosion or the impact of meteoroid. So the craters are caused due to the impact of a meteoroid. So the surface of the moon is characterized by craters, which is created by the impact of meteors. The distance between the moon and the earth is about 3,84,400 kilometers. And the size of the moon is 1/4 of the earth. The size of the moon is 1/4 of the earth. The moon is the only celestial body where humans have landed. So, the moon is the only celestial body where humans have landed. Do you have any idea who was the first man to land on moon? Yes, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Buzz Aldrin were the first of 12 human beings who walked on the moon. In that, 4 of American moon walkers are still alive. Aldrin, David Scott, Charles Duke and Harrison Schmitt, they are still alive. I hope you have understood the celestial objects which are part of the universe clearly. Followed by this, you are going to see a video. Followed by that, one assignment will be given. Please complete it. Thank you, children.